Okay, we're going to talk about keyframes and keyframe editors. So I have a scene open here, and to create some keyframes, we're going to need an animation. So I'm going to animate this cube here right within my scene. I'm going to rewind my timeline to start at 0. Now I'm going to set a keyframe. I'm just going to move my cube to the right here, set another keyframe. I'm going to move it up near the top, set another keyframe, and let's move it to the left. Set one more keyframe and then move it back down to set another. Now we're going to go into our stage, and you can see that we have our keyframes here. If we click on any keyframe or the line in between the keyframe, and we have our bounding box highlighted up here within our scene editor window, we get our handles. Now down here within our keyframe editor, we have additional options. So I'm going to drag my stage window out here so that we can see this a little bit better. And then I'm going to drag this window down so that we can access the path and the speed control. Now by default, keyframes in the position animation are locked, and they store information about the position of the X, Y, and Z, and also the time. And notice down here that our manual speed button is highlighted and our time is on. We can access our X position, our Y position, and our Z position. So if we needed to make any adjustments to this particular keyframe at that point, we could just use our X, Y, and Z parameters there. Now we also have a time which we could slide, and that slides our keyframe. It would be the same as dragging it within the stage here. More so, we have a path control down here, and we have an angle and we have a weight. And on the right of that, we also have a single, a locked, and a mirror. So we can adjust each keyframe further. So if I rewind our timeline here, first we have an angle here. So if we adjust this angle, you can see how that is affecting the keyframe up in the stage editor window. It's the same as clicking and dragging your handle around and adjusting the angle that way. Now either way you do it, dragging it by the numbers here or by the handles, where you'll see the change within the variable here. And there's also a weight, so as we adjust the weight, you can see how that affects the handle of the animation as well. More so, we have our single, so we can adjust this on just one side, and you can see that's just adjusting the left of the keyframe, and the weight here will adjust the left of the keyframe. We also have a locked, which locks them together and adjusts them both. And then there's also a mirror, so whatever you make on one, it should reflect it on the other keyframe. Down here within the speed control, you notice that most of the buttons are grayed out, and by default it's on locked. We can change this by selecting our handles here, and now we can access our angle and weight of our speed too. So this will change the speed of our animation. And then further below we have a manual speed, which was on by default. If we turn this off, it's going to gray out the time, and it also changes our keyframe here to a half height keyframe. Once we try to click on that, it will no longer allow us to click it because the time is grayed out and it is locked within that position. If you want to unlock it, you'd have to turn the manual speed back on, and then you can either come up and drag it and or use the time again. So essentially you can think of your angle and weights, these handles here, as your ease in and ease out of your position animations. Generally everything you animate will have the same common keyframe parameters. So if we want to add another animation here, we want to add a rotation animation. We can come right into the stage, right click on the cube, go into transformation, hit rotation, and it will add two keyframes here. Here's one keyframe, and here's our second keyframe. And when we click and highlight a keyframe, it turns orange, and then it gives us our keyframe properties over here. Rotation looks a little bit different than position, but we still have our X, Y, and Z, and we still have our time that we can adjust here. Time, we could just slide it. It's the same as dragging the keyframe again. And if we wanted to add any type of rotation animation onto this keyframe, all you need to do is adjust either the X, the Y, or the Z parameter there, and you can see it adds a line in between these two keyframes. Since this is a rotation animation and we rotated on the X, Y, and Z, we'll have three splines down here. So we have our X spline, we have a Y spline, and we have a Z spline. So whichever one we click on, our Y spline, we now can access our handles and weight down here. And we can click on the handles and drag it this way, or you can come over to the numbers here and adjust the angle and weight numerically using these numbers. And you can see the change within the dope sheet spline view will reflect whatever numbers you type in there. There's also a single, so we can affect this single or locked or mirror. Since it is rotation, whichever change you make and however you want it, again, you'll have multiple splines for this because we had a rotation animation on the X, Y, and Z. So we would need to come into each one of our handles per se and make the adjustment that we need. Now if we make another animation here, we're going to add a scaling. So we can come in and right click, add a scaling animation, and it adds 2 keyframes here again. And all we would need to do is highlight a keyframe, come into the keyframe editor, and you can see we have the same 3 options, an X, Y, and Z, and our time. We could change our X, Y, and Z to scale it up, and we also have a single, locked, and proportion. So if we just wanted to scale it on the X at this particular time, we could. And we also again have our angle and weight down here, which we can adjust on each spline. So if we switch through our X spline, our Y spline, and our Z spline up here, we each get a handle for each because we've had a scaling animation for X, Y, and Z. So many different things can be animated within Vizrt T5, and each keyframe will have its own unique set of variables that you can change. And by using the handles and weight on the keyframes, you can modify your animations and add your ease in and ease out and anything that you need to make it reflect the animation that you need it to be.